The Scientific Basis of Krishna Consciousness by H. Bhaktiswarup Damodar Swami. In this book, you will get the answer for the important questions like: can religious beliefs survive in the scientific age? Are they resoundingly outdated? Or is there something in them of great importance? These questions are among those at the core of the science religion dialogue. In the scientific basis of Krishna consciousness, Dr. Bhaktiswarup Damodar Swami, a PhD, a scientist, and monk, offers compelling insights into the often contentious relationship between religious views and new scientific knowledge. He identifies basic questions about the nature of the universe and human life. Among these are: what is our original nature? Can we perceive the existence of the supreme scientist, the God? How can we understand evolution according to scriptures? And is there any evidence of a non physical reality? First of all, we will know about the author in short. His Holiness Bhaktiswarup Damodar Swami was born as a Thaudam Damodar Singh in Manipur, the northeastern state of India, in 1937. He lost his father when he was just 7 years old. As a young boy, he learned how to till the land left by his father to help maintain his family. Faced with great financial hardships, Taudam Singh studied with great determination and with help from his teacher passed his BSc with honors from Guwahati University in 1961. He received his M.Tech degree and honors from the University of Calcutta in 1964. In 1969, he did his MS in chemistry from Canisius College, New York. He completed his PhD in physical organic chemistry from the University of California, Irvine in 1974. It was while studying for his PhD at Irvine that Thaudam Singh's name came in touch with the devotees of ISKCON. He met Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, at the Radhakrishna temple in Los Angeles and felt he had met his guru. Today we will see the first chapter of his book, The Scientific Basis of Krishna Consciousness, that is, the bewildered spirit soul. Modern scientists, especially geneticists, have gone so far that it appears as if the destiny of man lies in their hands. They proclaim that in the future they will make human beings according to demand and necessity. This sort of scientific revolution started in 1543 with the publication by Copernicus, the Polish astronomer, of the heliocentric theory, that is, the premise that planets revolve around the sun. E. Snyder, in his book History of the Physical Sciences, writes: since an understanding of the natural world was possible through science, it was also possible through science that man should be able to alter the world to his own ends and thereby improve his nature. The burden for the man's progress then was on man, not God. God created the universe so that it obeyed certain natural laws. These laws were discovered by men, scientists. Therefore, God was not particularly necessary except in a personal sense. My concern is to show that God is still as necessary as ever, and that the further advancement of science itself is necessarily dependent on this understanding. We have reached a point in our technological capability where humanity, whose independence is the cornerstone of the scientific edifice, is threatened by its own achievements. Doomsayers abound, but whether the end comes by bomb, pollution, automated loneliness, or whether it comes at all, there can be no doubt that a fundamental error is being committed in thinking that humanity alone has all the answers. Science, that is, observation and hypothesis, is a basic fact of the mechanics of thought. What is lacking is a purpose and a larger intellectual setting within which this empirical exercise can take place. The word revolution is appropriate to describe the history of science. It has been most essentially a chronology of attempts to overthrow the authority, not only of the church which burned Bruno at the stake, but also of that kind of thinking called a priori deductive, submissive, or faithful, and that person to whom such a thinker pays homage. Krishna, God. There is no reason to document here the progress of this intoxicating rebellion. What is important is that once it started, no one could stop it. This booklet is primarily directed to our scientific friends instead of centering one's consciousness around temporary machines. One should transfer his consciousness to Sri Krishna, the supreme scientist, knowing that he is the central point for all activities. There can be innumerable concentric circles around a common center. Similarly, all scientists, philosophers, businessmen, politicians, etc., can engage in Krishna consciousness, keeping Krishna in the center of all their activities. Krishna consciousness is defined as one's eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate goal of life, which is to return home, back to Godhead, and the process of returning to the spiritual world. Zero, if it stands alone, has no value. However, when one is put before it, it becomes 10. Similarly, all activities have no value unless Krishna is included within these activities. Thus, we can understand that the science of Krishna is the only real science, which is to be learned and practiced. Thank you. Hare Krishna.